Okay, can you hear me? Well, going back, continuing off of part one, my interpretation, he knew that these people was gonna be full of tricks and full of deceivery. And he knew that they used the mass media to spread their agenda and tell the population whatever they want to tell them, right? So, with, with that being said, he also knew that there was going to be uh, wars and rumors of wars coming across the television. So these are not real wars we're talking about. That's why he said wars and rumors of war, meaning this is stuff you're going to be seeing on the news. Because over there in Israel right now, all of their technology, all of the blue beams, all the nations are together. All of them. They all hand in hand. They all work together. The war ain't against each other. The war is against each nation's people. So the great deception of the second coming, which is going to be their antichrist, but they're going to say it's their Messiah. So they're going to pull off this great thing over there. That's why they selling us the illusion that it's a war going on over there. So all of a sudden, something big gonna happen over there, and they're gonna say, "Oh, it's Christ. Christ that came back," but it's really gonna be the Antichrist. That's why he tells you that all these things are gonna happen about the wars and rumors of war, but the end is still not near. That's why he tells you to watch the stars, because man can manipulate everything else and fool you. But the only thing that man can't manipulate is heaven and the stars. So that's why he told you to watch the stars, because he knew they couldn't manipulate that. So it's all one big trick to fool you. And that's what they're planning right now. And it's going to happen real soon. As a matter of fact, April 8th, they talk about this great eclipse. You can go, everybody that's listening to this podcast can go and check this out, do their homework, and see what I'm saying. They got a mission that they just put together. It's called the Serpent something. They're going to send 3 missiles up in the sky and shoot it at the moon during the eclipse. 3 missiles. So it's called the Serpent something. Just off the top of my head, I can't remember, but the word serpent is in it, and that's the trickery that they finna try to pull.
What's the purpose of the test?
They gave some old bullshit a reason, but it ain't what they said. So uh, it was the test for something, some old bull. But like I said, all that comes together, all that play a part, all that's right there together. It's intertwined. It got something to do with each other. Just like with the COVID shot. All that was is to turn uh your DNA. So we have a two-strand DNA, and once you take the COVID shot, it turns your two-strand DNA into a three-strand DNA, and basically you're putting Satan DNA inside your body. Uh, if you look before Queen of England, before she died, she was on TV. I don't know how many people seen this, but she was on TV, and they had these lights on the ground, and they were shaped like DNA, and it was two strands that was laying down there. And then once she pushed that button, that two strand, the third strand lit up and made it a three strand, and it ran all the way from that tree It went up to the tree of life. So whoever watching this podcast and they seen that what I'm describing, then they know I'm telling the truth. And that's what they was representing. That's what Queen of England was telling everybody. That this COVID was gonna turn everybody from a two-strand DNA to a three-strand DNA. And think about it. That's what the Lord was talking about when he said the mark of the beast. Because think about it. Once they change your DNA and put Satan's DNA inside your body, you are no longer a child of God. So you can't say, hey, I'm a child of God, because think about it. How can he accept you? God can't say that's yours. That's my child. That's my son. Because you got Satan's DNA running through your body. That's why you can get forgiven for just about anything. But once you take that mark, you can't be forgiven.
But I understand your perspective, your views and whatnot. But
It's not just views. I got video.
you understand that too. But I question even the videos on the strength that you say that wars is not what we see is what's called wars is not existing, that it's an illusion, but it's like saying that we take so-called gang war going on in LA, equipping the goods and whatnot, and it's spread out on the news, and we turn around and say, well, that's not going on because this is what they want you to believe and whatnot. Because we go over to a gun over in Africa, it's a war going over there that they don't talk about among mass people that's being slaughtered and genocide and whatnot by their own people and whatnot, tribes going against tribes.
Yep, yeah, but those are real wars.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
not manufactured.
Exactly.
That's war. That's war amongst the people. I'm talking about the same people that we call demons, the same people that run this world. They also run the media, and you're gonna see and you're gonna believe what they want you to believe. You see what I'm saying? And see, there's been a saying ever since I was a little boy that the world is a stage. Now I got off into acting, and I seen some stuff, and here's the honest to God truth. That's a true state that the world is a stage. Everything is set up. Everything is manipulated. Ain't nothing done by accident. Nothing. Anything that happens, there's something behind it. There's a reason behind it. Like the Boston Marathon. That was planned. Some of the other stuff, planned. That's what I mean by everything planned.
So y'all, you saying that the Boston Marathon, that the bombing didn't happen?
No, I didn't say that. What I said it was planned. So in other words, do you know what plan means? Like me and you can go outside right now, and just giving you an example. Uh, I can call the police over here, the ambulance over here, and have them outside waiting, and all of a sudden, I call a group of people over here, and we got a bomb. Say we got a bomb that's 3 feet open, and then we let that bomb go off, and then all of a sudden, some of them people start hitting the ground and acting like they hurt just for the camera. And now the news gonna say there was a big explosion in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Uh, 9 people was hurt, 2 was killed. Blah 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 blah. They skipped it. That's what I call playing. That's what I call state.
Well, to say that, man, I couldn't agree with that because uh, that takes me to a couple of bombings that happened in America. One that happened in Oklahoma back around 84 when Kennedy McVeigh blew up the federal building and whatnot. New security building.
And it was playing.
But you know, I said, I was in Terre Haute, Indiana, but they had him on death row. But I'm saying for a person to say that they're planning that the individual that did that had to be protected by the CIA or whatnot to do it, and with a person that sacrificed his life to do all that time, he didn't get put to death, whatnot.
Brother, listen. Have you ever heard of MK Ultra?
No.
Well, MK Ultra is this. They can take you. The CIA can come get you from this table right now. Take you in their laboratory. Put something in your brain and drop you back off right here at this table. You passed out, you don't even know it. And you can wake up and not even know, you like, hey, what, I must have passed out. And they can put something, it's a switch. All of a sudden you blink out, but you're still here. And they can have you kill everybody on this block. And you never know you killed not one person. That's called MKO. Look it up. And it's going on amongst Hollywood and amongst people in this world right now. They experiment. They know everything about our brain there is to know.
So are you saying that 90% of the things that we see here in terms of the bombings and assassinations and whatnot is not real, it's planned and whatnot? That all these people that's supposed to be dead that ain't that's not deceased?
Yep. And I can prove it to you. And I can't just go and pull out a video and say, hey, let me show you a video, but I bet you I can find it. I can prove it. That's why even some of the people that you see on the TVs be crying and stuff, saying they lost their daughter, this and that. They're a crisis actor.
Well,
You'll see that same person in another event that happened, and you'll say, hold up, that was old girl from the other bomb, and that's supposed to be her dad. Then your antennas will start raising. Then you'll start getting suspicious. Then you'll wake up, and then once your eyes open, you can't close them back no more.
so when we be talking about missing children and whatnot, so most of the stuff we say is not true.
No,
Well, we not disagree with that, brother, because
no, we see you talking about missing children and events happening in the world. Those are two different things. Children are missing because we have reptilians that run our country that eat children. They kill children. They sacrifice children. It's going on right now. The boxer talking about it right now on YouTube. Garcia.
well, I have some personal things dealing with that because I don't know if you do, but this is your cousin, little Alexa Patterson. She disappeared.
And I can show you a little girl, a grown woman that lives in Ohio right now.
We've been through that white boy that they try to capitalize up. Johnny is my niece.
Listen, I can show you a grown woman right now that lives in Ohio that I believe they use MK Ultra on that don't know that she's Alexis Patterson. She got the same birthmark. She got the same teeth.
I'm familiar with
All of that.
They did a DNA test, so that it wasn't her.
They didn't do a DNA test.
They did, but Johnny done went down there.
No, they didn't.
But I can call sis right now. Call these and have to let you speak to Alex, man, and tell you the whole
I can call you her. I can call her mama right now
Betty.
and tell you that they didn't do it. I can call Alexis mama right now.
Yeah, Johnny.
I can call her right now, and she'll tell you they didn't do it.
But they didn't go down there.
No, that they didn't do the DNA test. The girl wouldn't let them do it. She said she didn't want it. So if you know that much, you should know that much. That's my family too.
Oh, they didn't take the DNA test?
No, they didn't. The girl wouldn't let them. She said she didn't want no DNA test. And Yana said, well, I'm trying to see if you're my daughter.
So right there, we told you it was a scam, but you didn't want to.
She said, I don't want no DNA test.
But did the girl say that she didn't know who her mother was?
The girl said, I'm not your daughter. I'm not the one you're looking for. And I don't want to take a DNA test. And Yana cried and was like, I can't make nobody take a DNA test that won't take a DNA test.
Well, what they could have did, is there's no two people in the world that got the same fingerprint. They could have used fingerprints to determine that.
I don't know about all that. I just know that, okay, Ayana got a store right now. It's like herbal healing, what they call that, Well, I guess you could say
Right.
she got another name for it, but I guess you could say herbal healing, where she can heal you with natural remedies. That's what Yana doing right now. She got a store, and you know she done had another baby sister, right? Yeah,
Yeah, I had to call Jerry, and this Jerry's daughter.
and I don't understand. Me personally, I can't see how a person can just have another baby after, you know. I mean, just me. I'm speaking for me personally. Uh, I wouldn't be done got up with my daughter, so I couldn't have another baby. But I mean, everybody different. But as a matter of fact, let me show you.
Well, the reason I brought that up because you speaking on the fact that a lot of stuff that we hear and read about it, read and whatnot, or don't actually do, but I see what you're saying is the difference between Mr. Children and
Yeah, there's agendas out
war.
here, and from what I heard
Yeah.
from the get go, that I ain't gonna call no names because we
Call
gonna be
up.
on YouTube, so I'm not gonna call no names.
Well,
But
you
I'm
won't
gonna
be
say
lying. You're
this:
talking about the police had to
I was told that he owed
medicine,
some
money,
some big drug money. I'm talking 250,000.
talking about upstairs.
I don't want you to say it because it's going on YouTube. But her daddy wanted to kill her. Okay. Anyway, getting back to, I don't even want to get on that top. I want to get off that topic because it bothers me to think about that. But I wanted to personally go down there to Ohio myself and change some things. But you know, some things you have to leave alone. The Lord say everything that's hid shall be revealed. So that's just like right now. I'm glad you brought that up. That's just like right now what's going on with P. Diddy. Okay? Everybody been out here running their mouth, hollering about P. Diddy this, P. Diddy that, P. Diddy this, right? But guess what? They don't understand that the elite already knew what P. Diddy was doing. They turned a blind eye. And you gotta think, it was them that got P. Diddy where he at right now. But when P. Diddy got too big for his riches, and he decided he wanted to sue the alcohol company, they wasn't having that. They said, "Oh, wait, this nigga done got too big. Hold up, we're gonna have to show him." And they did him the same way they did R. Kelly. And R. Kelly about to get out. I don't know if you know that or not. Yeah. See, they did R. Kelly the same way. That's how they're known for that. They do everything the same way. They don't change up anything. They known for it. So R. Kelly, even R. Kelly himself said it out of his mouth. They're extorting Puff Daddy, and he ain't going for it. So you know what they do. If we trying to extort you, and you ain't letting that happen, we got something for you. They own the media. They can show you what they want you to see. They showed us his house was getting raided. They told us about this. They told us about this. P. Diddy did this. P. Diddy did that. Come on now. It take a smart person to sit down and peep their game. Man, I'm glad we're doing this podcast. I'm glad that we went off that subject and touched over here on this subject because the world needs to know this. That man was getting extorted And that's why all this stuff is coming about. There's a actor, Dennis Wade brother. Go look him up. They was doing the same thing to him, and he told how they was doing. He named about 5 people. Britney Spears was one of them. Dennis Quaid brother, not Wade, Quaid. Dennis Quaid brother. Matter of fact, he was in Independence Day. He was the one in that spaceship.
I know that.
Well, him. He was telling how they blackballed him from Hollywood because he was speaking out on how they was trying to extort Britney Spears, and he called like 4 more names. So that goes to show you right there when that word extortion gets to getting thrown out there a lot like that, there's some truth to it. Hollywood get you up there and let you make all this money. This how dirty they is. They'll have you come in and they'll say, "Hey, Roy, we'll give you $10 million, $20 million to do this movie, sitcom, whatever." And you'll say, "All right." They'll say, "Well, hold up. Well, we, just to keep so we'll know you'll keep our secret and you won't tell. We want you to sleep with such for Bob, Jim, or whoever." And you say, "Man, I ain't with that old homosexual ass shit." This is what they do. Let's say they know you like metal. They'll have you land in your hotel room. All of a sudden, you get a knock at the door. You let them in. They got a whole platter full of medicine. And they like, "Yeah, have this medicine with me." Just. So you party, you kicking it. They put something in your medicine where you almost, you know, next thing you know, they got video cameras too. Now, you done party. Then you woke up the next day, your butt hurt, your mouth dry. Like, what the fuck? You go back and sit down and talk to them. That's what they tell you. "Hey, man, look, you gonna do this. Now it ain't even 10 million. It's 5 million. You gonna do this show, this movie, this, and that. Because if you don't, we're gonna show this to your family. You're gonna be like, tell that to my family. What the fuck is that?" They're gonna put it in. You just got 10 men just ran a train on you. You done sucked every man off in it. Because you was out of your mind. You didn't know what you was doing. Now they got it on videotape. And that's how they extort you. Now you're gonna do whatever they say do because you scared that tape gonna come out. Now what I'm telling you right now, that happened to a lot of people. Some of them couldn't take it; they committed suicide. That's real shit. I'm telling
I believe that because I believe that what you call the elite, if you part of that structure, and you go against anything against the grain, and don't include them, and especially in the capital society, those who try to get rich,
you. But think about it. Not to cut you off, but think about it.
Yeah,
How can they let you do something without having some kind of leverage on you? They gotta have leverage on you. Every star that's in Hollywood right now, the elite got leverage.
blackball.
Unless one of them decide to want to try to talk or do something that they ain't supposed to.
For instance, like people want dealing with some black actors, but those who go in with a agenda to not only be acting and acting, but to use their platform or whatever to uplift their people, start speaking truth against the system. They can blackball, but we not brought up the brother that I bring up, that was upcoming big actor, brother Danny Glover. Talk about how he blackballed because the political views, whatnot, he didn't speak out by South Africa and things like that.
You know who Terrence Howard is?
Yeah, I just saw that.
He's blackballed right now. Right now. And you know the killing part about it? I'm gonna say this on video because I don't think the world knows this. When I was on Empire, Terrence Howard was like a big kid on set, but he had to have all the attention. All the attention had to be on him. He was the star. Uh, he had to have every woman on set, every woman on, whether she was an extra or whatever. He had to try to fuck. Excuse my YouTube. He had to. He didn't want nobody else messing with the girls but him. Um, I'm gonna tell a story when I get through saying this. I'll tell you a little story. Uh, and I'm sure it's a couple actors on here that's gonna be able to back me up about what I'm gonna say, because I got fired from Empire basically in a sense because of Terrence Howard. Uh, but let me say this: Terrence Howard, I don't know if he's that person all the time. I only can speak for what I've seen and when I was there. But most of the cameramen, they were older white gay guys. Uh, some of the directors, producers, whatever, older white gay guys. But most of the white people that was in charge, Terrence Howard cussed them out. I mean, he talked so nasty to them. You would think that you was on a white people's slave plantation, and Terrence Howard was master. That's how he treated them on set that day. That I witnessed. It was a situation where we was on a mark, and it was the casino scene. We were supposed to leave from the edge of the what's that table where the roulette table. From the edge of the roulette table, Terrence supposed to walk down to the edge of the champagne table. The music was supposed to play at the start of the time he walking from that table to that table. They didn't start the music on time. He went off. You hear me? He talked so nasty and dirty. He was like, "You mother uneducated. Didn't you go to school for this? You can't tell the difference between blah blah and blah blah." I mean, he cussed it. I mean, he cussed the white people out so bad, and I'm not even racist. He cussed the white people out so bad, I felt sorry for him, straight up. And then that made me look at him a different way, like, damn, dude, rude, disrespectful, you know. But that's what I seen. Now, going back, and like I said, I promised I was gonna get all those stories, so I want to make it fast. I want to say it, but we've been on here like 28 minutes. So let me tell this story real quick about me getting fired from Empire and Terrence Howard the whole. So one particular day we was doing the casino scene where what is her name? She just had a baby not too long ago. Uh, she's a black actress. Nia Long. Nia Long, that's her name. Well, Nia Long was was in this episode. Uh, her husband supposedly, her and her husband, they supposed to bought the casino. They own these casinos, and uh, Lucius was supposed to. I guess Lucius used to mess with her back in the day, and Lucius' objective was to get close to her and con her out of the casino. Well, let's just say it like this: the talk around set was Nia Long was difficult to work with. Cause she was supposed to take Cookie's spot eventually. Um, it was said that she was hard to get along with. She was hard to work with. She had a nasty mouth, nasty attitude. Her and Terrence Howard couldn't get along. So she sit at the table with me for lunch, and I didn't see what everybody was saying about her as far as nasty attitude. She was real nice, and yeah, I even tried to flirt with her. But that's neither here nor there. But for some reason, uh, that didn't happen. She didn't take Cookie spot on Empire. But let me finish the story. So I'm dressed up. I got a pinstripe suit on. I got my long mink coat on, and it was one of the models. They had one of the models. They was pairing everybody up, and they paired this model, kind of tall, paired up with me. And so we had our mark by the table with our glasses in our hand, and Terrence Howard, he studied looking at the girl. He studied looking at the girl, the model I'm talking about. He started looking at her, flirting with her, whatever, whatever, whatever. So me and him, we lock eyes at each other. You know, I'm looking at him, he looking at me. Dude gave me this nasty, disrespectful look, and I didn't know where it came from. So all of a sudden, he said something to one of the ladies, and one of the ladies from wardrobe, she come up to me and she say, this coat has not been approved, so you got to take the coat off. So I'm thinking in my head, there's some hating going on because I know I'm clean. I'm looking good. I got the mink on. You know what I'm saying? I'm the best looking thing up in there. That was too much for Terrence Howard, I guess. So she made me take the coat off. She took it back wherever they take my stuff. So now I'm in there with just a suit on. So he stopped filming and tells them, cut, hold up. Hey, why is this man got on all this blinkish look like the show is about him? Somebody give me some blinkage out here. They come out there with, I want to say, I don't know how high. I want to say maybe 7, 8 high, uh, two handfuls. Like it was, you know how you have two of something stacked on top of each other, but it kind of goes up. Maybe I want to say maybe 8 or 9 trays full of, and the stuff wasn't real. Like when I say real, I mean like you could put some earrings in his ear without him having a hole in it. That type of jewelry. So they put him some jewelry on. They put him necklaces on, draped. And you know when it come to Hollywood, all they stuff look real. It look like the real deal, even though it ain't real. Like so, he got all his drip. He changed into a white pinstripe suit with the red stripes. Okay, to outdo my suit. They made me change. They made me change my suit. So now I can't wear pinstripe because he got on pinstripe. Then he go in the back. I promise y'all, he wasn't gone no more than 20 minutes. Terrence Howard came back. His hair was braided. Do you hear me? So it's like they put some kind of wig on him with a braid. So now he got braids going to the back with the little rubber band in it. He got the white pinstripe suit on. He got the blinkage on. Cause them the exact words that he used. Somebody get me some blinkage up in here. So now he looking good, like you
So
know.
he went from a conservative look to more like a player coach.
Yeah. I mean, all this was, and then the model that was standing next to me, she looked over there. You know how a person can be standing next to you and they say something to you without letting everybody else know it. She was like, she said, "Looks like you intimidated somebody." That's what she said to me. I said, "Damn." So check this out. This nigga mean mugged me. So now I'm mean mugging him back. So now me and Terrence Howard mean mugging each other, trying to get through this episode. So this is where I hate on him at. You know when he was supposedly sitting down at the piano playing the piano? That was not Terrence Howard. they had another man whose hands was the same complexion as Terrence Howard. So in other words, he was the same complexion as Terrence Howard. So they would notice that when the Empire was on, they would always show his hands playing the piano. They'll show the back of his head, and then they'll switch to cut the camera to show his hands playing the piano. So it was the other man playing the piano. Terrence Howard didn't even know how to play the piano. So that just made me so mad. You know what I mean? To the point I wanted to say something then while we was filming. Like I wanted to let the fans know. I wanted to go live. You know, but at that time you couldn't have your phones in there. If you get caught recording anything, you got in trouble. But now since I ain't doing it, I always trick it. I gave them my other phone, and they had my other phone. Well, I kept my other phone. You know, I never did record nothing or nothing. I didn't go against the rules, but y'all wasn't keeping my phone. What if I have an emergency? So I think what happened though, and I'll bring that up later, but and tell y'all I think what happened as far as the phones and stuff go. Somebody else on another show, they took the phone, they snuck a phone in there and they recorded a lot of footage, and they sold it to TMZ. And so when they did that, that's what made it hard on everybody else. That's when the industry got pissed and they came down hard on us, and that's why our phones wasn't allowed under no conditions after that. So somebody did that, which I think that was kind of foul because they fucked it up for everybody. But going back to Terrence Howard, uh, what made me get on that show originally? I was like on a mission from God. Like I told you, God showed me stuff. He revealed things to me. And I used to sit in front of the TV and I would see certain things on Empire and I'd be like, wow, I wonder is that for real? So from then on, I kept asking God, God, show me, show me. Lord, please show me. Give me a sign. I need to know. So what happened was he blessed me to get on the show. So one of the scenes we filmed was at this theater. Uh, you know the house that's supposed to be Lucius Lyon's house,
Right.
where it was this big old.
When he was younger,
No. Why when he was rich,
okay,
older. That big old house they had.
Right.
Well, that's some kind of like mafia gangster, some big dude of Chicago. That's his house. That's really his house. So they used it to film. He also owns the theater that we filmed in. So when you go on the outside of the theater, there's this big old sun god. I forgot what they call it, but they got these wings. Y'all done seen this before. It's a wing that go that way, and it's a wing that go that way, and it's a big old sun. Uh, it's Egyptian. What
Right.
I had to show it. I had to look it up. It might be, but uh, that's on the outside of the theater. So a lot of people don't know this, but if you go back and look at Empire now, you'll see some of the stuff that I'm going to tell you. And a lot of the episodes, they would have skulls sitting around like a crystal skull on the end table. Some of the pictures in the background, all this stuff was satanic and Masonic. So that's why I wanted to get on the show to see was the stuff real and was I seeing. Because I didn't know if somebody had put it on there for the TV or was it really in real life. Yeah. So let me tell y'all this. After I got fired from Empire, and the reason I say I got fired because since that day, Empire never called me back ever again. Since that day, so I felt like Terrence Howard put in the word and got me off of it. You know what I mean? But since I'm telling secrets, they got this room. They had this room on Empire where they worship Satan, and I ain't gonna call her name because I don't want to put her under fire. But one of my girls, she was an inmate in the jail scene. You know who she is. Shout out to you know. But she know that I'm not lying. There's a room that they worship Satan in on Empire. Uh, and it ain't just Empire; it's a lot of them shows. I heard that they had the same room on Friends. Um, so by me hearing that they had the same room on Friends, I know Empire, Friends. This is something that the world don't know. You got a lot of people in this world, they just living every day and they just think they get up, they go to work, they take care of their kids, da 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 da. This is what y'all need to know. Most of everybody, from judges, police, a lot of organizations, especially organizations like like I'm sure y'all heard about Vince McMahon, the WWE, UFC, Dana White. All these people devil worship. All these people believe in the same thing. Like it's this is bigger than people ever want to know. Way bigger than anybody. So the stuff that I'm telling in this on this podcast right now, it's enough to get you killed. Okay, and that's this is the tip of the iceberg. I can tell y'all stories from different shows, different movies, different people, but that's just Hollywood talk. I was on a mission from God. God sent me to see all of that stuff. Do you know how much in one year, from 2015 to 2016, you won't believe how many shows and how many movies I was on and worked on in a 1 year. It was so many to where my head was spinning. I couldn't believe it. The people that I met, you know.
Let me ask you something, brother. I know you always think about the devil worship and things that nature. You seem to be a man faith that believes in God and whatnot.
Mhm.
But in this world society, is the devil winning? Because of all the murders of innocent kids and stuff that keep going on, is the devil winning?
Yes.
Because God did say, I will let you go through before the people. And God basically gave him the power to go through for the earth. People we may destroy, but my believers and my true followers, because you will not be able to touch, do not harm them. He said, do not harm them. So if we take that scripture from the Bible, in the devil world, the devil is winning because he was given authority to deceive people, to destroy people, to cause people to do this and do that and this and that and whatnot. So my question for you is he winning?
Of course. Yes, he's winning.
So if he's winning,
That's why it tells you, if you think about it, before you even finish your statement, think about what the Bible says. That in the end, we win, we victorious. He said the battle is already won. Think about it. In the end. So that's like saying you winning the race, but I'm gonna win the race. So that means somewhere down the line, I'm gonna pick up some more momentum and I'm gonna win. And before you go there, I want you to hold that thought. But I want you to I want you I got to say this. See, most people. So somebody asked me that before. Most people don't understand this though. Satan was loose for how many years to do what he do? It tells you in the Bible. It gives you a number. 1,000 years. Okay. Now, don't it tell you in the Bible that right before the end, that the Lord, the Spirit of the Lord is gonna come down on the earth, and every knee gonna bow, every tongue gonna confess. He tells you that. He tells you that before it's over, everybody gonna realize and know who he is. So in other words, this is in the same paragraph where he say that the old man gonna dream dreams and the young gonna prophesy. Remember that verse? Okay. Well, I want you to check that out because everything gonna get revealed, all of the evilness, because you gotta think about it like this. He gonna take up his people before he bring his wrath on this world. He gonna take his people from among this world. And then when he sends his wrath out on the world, that's gonna be all the non-believers and all the ones that decided to follow Satan. You got, if you go look on YouTube right now on April 8th, if you find somebody talking about that, and they're gonna say X marks the spot, they're gonna tell you that back in Nineveh time, Nineveh was a city that was in the same situation as the United States right now. But Nineveh wouldn't repent. But it tells you that Nineveh finally repented. And 40 days after Nineveh repented is when destruction came. That's when he destroyed Nineveh. So that's why they're comparing it to then to now. They basically saying that we're Nineveh. And if you look at the way they show you the X, they showed you that the last eclipse came this way. This one's gonna go this way, and it's gonna make an X, which is a tav in Hebrew, meaning meaning repentance. So they basically saying this is the Lord's fingerprint doing this, saying repent. This is my final warning. So basically, they're saying that this is America's final warning, and that's what this eclipse represents. Their final warning. That goes off into Jonah and him falling in the water and in the belly of the whale. All of that go together. Now, there's 7 cities with the name Nineveh that this thing on April 8th, the eclipse, that's supposed to cover. It's supposed to go through these 7 cities, and all of them named Nineveh. I'm gonna show it to you. When I say Nineveh, I mean like you know how there's a Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Well, this is Nineveh, Wisconsin. Nineveh, Kentucky. Nineveh, like that. They saying there's 7 of them, and that's where the X come in at. While we on the podcast. While I'm pulling it up, brother, I'm gonna give you the floor and let you speak for a minute.
Yeah, because I got a question. I think a lot of people probably actually because what Putin just revealed about saying that the photo of Jesus black, and then you said something today that he said Jesus black, he said God black. So saying that, we can say that Jesus is God. God transformed himself into the body of God. So I'm saying that if we can see God through the physical man of what we know to be Jesus.
No. Let me correct you because I don't want to be said. I don't want you feeling like I said something that if I said that then I misspoke. So uh Jesus Jesus is who I probably was speaking of. So if I said God, uh because Jesus is supposed to be God in the flesh.
Exactly.
Um yeah, Jesus is supposed to be God in the flesh. But you know what? I'm glad you brought that up.
But
Because
let me ask you this right
okay,
there
go
while
ahead.
we're on that.
Go
So
ahead. Go ahead.
if Jesus is supposed to be God in the flesh, meaning that we can see God, and Jesus represents God, can we see the devil? Because we don't say that when Jesus went on this 40 days, 40 nights, he went on fast. And Satan appeared before him to try to see him in temptation. Was this individual that appeared for Jesus, was it a man? A man form, was the devil in man form? That tempted him with all these words and things and whatnot?
You're speaking of Jesus, right?
Right. We speak about the devil, just as we say Jesus is supposed to be God in the human form as man says, is the devil also in the human form as well? How can we see the devil? How can we tell the devil? Is he a man? Is he in man form too?
He can. He can. He can come. He can come into the form of man. Remember what you were saying earlier when we first started the podcast, and you said some people believe that uh, he's an angel. Okay, well that right there. If you know that, if you know that that he can transform into a human, and it's also said that an angel can transform into a human, then wouldn't that give me the interpretation that Satan was an angel or the most elite angel?
Well, I don't agree with Satan being angry.
No. I'm saying.
But I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm saying this is what I'm saying. Maybe I said it wrong to where you didn't understand what I was saying. What I'm saying is, if you knew without a shadow of a doubt that an angel is transformed, because I'm sure you done heard that an angel can transform in the form of a man and have an actual discussion with him.
Right.
If you know that he can do it, and then you find out that Satan can do it, wouldn't that kind of support? I mean, you not believing that he's an angel, but wouldn't that be a little more evident leaning toward that he might be an angel?
Yeah, if I was subject to that concept and that belief, see, I understand what the term angel, prophet, priest, and all that stuff come from, and what it means. That these titles given to men, but just I'll give you a prime example. It's like when you go to the military and you start off as a regular soldier, you graduate to become a lieutenant, general, captain, major, whatnot. This term prophet, angel, a couple more. When they went to the schools of thought to learn wisdom, whatnot.
I can agree with you on the prophet, but I cannot agree with you on that angel
Well, I'm gonna bring
is
I'm gonna bring what I call my research study evidence that spurs where these schools of thought come from. Next time I come over here, bring that with me. We can fact check all this stuff.
yeah, that you're gonna have to because I cannot. You just said that those are titles.
Right.
I can't agree with
For
you.
instance, I'm 30 years. I just brother just said something last night about Melchizedek. You familiar with him?
No.
Melchizedek in the verse, they say Jesus was born of what they call miraculous
Miraculous conception.
Okay, but Melchizedek,
Which ain't true either.
exactly, thank you. Melchizedek, according to the Bible, he was a Levite. He was a high priest. He was who Abraham went to. Melchizedek was one of the high priests in the Bible. They said that he was born without a mother or a father.
That's not true either.
Okay, that's what I'm getting. That's what we know that. But according to the Bible, if the people believe in this book, he would be just greater than Jesus was. Then if he was born without a mother and father. So he was a high priest. They came through the Levites. And through the Levites through the title, they went through ranks of receiving this title of being this. We believe he was an the angel talking to that. So this is why I don't believe in spookinism of
Wait. So let me ask you this. So just because he didn't have a mother or father, that would make him just as great as Jesus?
yeah, because he's talking about a miraculous. He's talking about his birth. His birth was greater than Jesus' birth. Then. Because at least Jesus did come through the wombs of a woman.
Yeah, but Jesus' birth ain't what made Jesus who Jesus is.
Jesus,
It don't have nothing to do with a birth.
Jesus' birth is what made him because he's prophesied that he's coming from the elder prophets and the messengers and whatnot that brought the word to the people that another message will arise, king of the so-called Jews.
I'm understanding that, but I'm not understanding how you saying his birth has anything to do with the things that he's done.
Things that we told you, well, the raising of the dead and all that stuff. I don't believe that.
Okay. Let me say this. I'm gonna use that point right there, what you just said. The other man that you spoke. Just because he didn't have a mama and a daddy, that don't mean he can raise the dead.
I didn't say anything.
That's the point that I'm
Right.
making. You said he should have been just as great as him.
No, I'm saying.
So, by saying that, you already done said within that he should be able to do the things that Jesus do and greater.
No, I'm saying that he's just greater than Jesus. That's my point. My point is because Melchizedek he was the highest priest, the highest priest of the Levites, meaning that all the priests, whatever title they get for going down through the ranks, came through him. But Abraham will be father of civilization of the Hebrew. If Abraham went through Melchizedek guidance and whatnot, Abraham would have been one of the high prophets. So I'm saying that Melchizedek was the high priest in his rank. I'm saying that in this schools of thought, ancient Egypt, brother, and the Israelites, they Pharisees and Pharisees and what do they call them? The Pharisees.
Right.
They scribes, but they've been through a school of intelligence and thought that comes from wisdom and the high secrets and whatnot. And said that Moses went through the same thing, but they was given titles, prophets, angels, messengers, stuff like that. But we are led to believe through Hollywood vision, through internal vision, whatnot, the angel was these things that had wings and stuff of that nature, and all this type of stuff. The two angels flying, do all this type of stuff, whatnot. And we got to see the origin of where that type of stuff come from. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you. That's why you definitely gonna have to show that. Now look, if you look at right here, I got it right here. I got my marker where next to I want you to read where I got the little hand, right? But all these other videos, they all relate to the same thing. But if you notice, they all gonna say something different. The one that's right on top of it, it says the April 8th, 2024 eclipse and the 7 cities named Nineveh, what I was just telling you about. Now, the one I want you to look at is the one up under there, where I got the finger in, which is talking, it says the second coming. So you see where I got the little hand at? Right here. It's a little hand that looks just like this.
There was things going up.
Yeah.
It's April 8th, 2024 eclipse. It's saying the second coming.
Right. Now that's a video. Now I'm gonna let you listen to that video, and the reason being because you said you didn't know what I was talking about when I told you that there was meanings and stuff behind the eclipse. So I'm gonna let you check that out, and you're gonna see what they're saying and the reasons they're saying. And then, like I said, we're on the podcast right now, and we're at the part where we're doing some more research. So basically, that podcast segment is over. So we're gonna go ahead and kill it and end it, and then I'm gonna show you. So that way when we come back, we can touch on what you learned and we can do our debate on the angels and the titles and stuff. Sound fair?
Yeah, we do that.
Oh.
I'm come prepared because man know not by being told. In order for man to know, he must be, man know he must be that what he know. So, can't tell a man anything, so he knows not by being told.
That's all. But we ain't gonna, we've been on here over an hour, and I know the people is some of them celebrating Easter, and they probably want to go eat. So we got to get up off here. We don't want to hold them, and we don't want to get them tired. So until next time, we out of here, people. We coming from the basement with Brother Rose.
Assalamu alaikum.